Me and my warriors guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Tennessee Titans and our home team. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Ready? Black 22. Hey, come on, now, come on. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The first down throw for Winston. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch this.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Jameis to throw it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd down. Young. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Man up, D. Mike 8. You. Mike 8.
Winston. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Young on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston launching one for Henderson. This is caught, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Joey Bosa able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Young got him in. It's Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Titans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This a quick pass to Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Check 52's the mark. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 44, Young. This will be caught by Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him up.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against it.
Well, Young loses the football. It's stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Black 22. I'm coming for you. You ain't coming to say.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A first down carry for Foster. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
Back 2 to Mike. Mike back 2. Mike back 2. We didn't want this. Back, back, back. Showing it. Showing it. Get it on. West.
Foster on second down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Young now on third down. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wait. It's our time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Easy. 22's coming, Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Ready? White 25. Get your swerve on. Tight end right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, pick you up. Here we go.
3rd and long for Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, he was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution, because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, Winston. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check it backer. Check it backer.
Throwing, Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Throwing on second and long. Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And an alley to run. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Young on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now Winston. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. He'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Watch the run. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check, check.
On 1st down, Foster. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Young off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Young now. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
First down, Titans.
Keep playing hard.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score,
52 is the mic.
34, Titans 7.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Go. Go.
It's Young on first down. Completes it to Davis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Not here. Mike 52.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go again with Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, watch the lane. Shift.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to look deep. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down now. It's Foster, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Young. He gets this one to Johnson. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's Young off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Check 24. Check 24. Check. Check hot route. Hot. New Mike 52. Mike 52. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Uncorks one for Davis. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Who that? Watch. Wait. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So Charles, so about those guys going home, it's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make